Hey everyone, and welcome to another video on my channel today, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video, as you know by the title and thumbnail of this video. But if you want to be featured in a new video, which you just need to do is comment down below in the comment section anything you want. Could be rude, disgusting, vile, funny questions, personal questions, or whatever questions you want to ask me, and I will answer them in a next Q&A video. But yeah, let's get down to the Q&A questions, and I will be leaving the questions somewhere here which you can read, and I will also answer them now. So let's get down to the Q&A video now. I've got my phone ready and I'll be leaving the questions here which I'm going to be answering, but let's get down to the very first question. If you could get me and Lee to do a video with you or with ya, what location would it be and why? Ben is Ben's Life and Lee is Lee Explores, if you didn't know who they were. But the location I would take you to and why, I would take you to this beautiful time capsule house, if it hasn't been boarded up or secured by security or whatever, because it's a beautiful location. Everything is set out how it was when the person left, but yeah, it's a beautiful location. There's no history behind it whatsoever as far as I can find, but it's a very pristine location, which I will not be giving the location out whatsoever to anybody except people who I can trust. But yeah, it's a beautiful location, and that would be the location I'd be taking you to whenever you come down to wherever I live, and I'll make you sure to explore it because it's a beautiful location whatsoever. So we've got another, second question is, what was one thing that drew you to exploring? I'd say what drew me to exploring was its creepiness behind it, I'd say, because you don't really know what you're going to find. You could find like a pot of gold, for example, or something like marvellous, but some of the places I've gone to, they're like amazing in their own way. Like, I've gone to a doctor's house with like hospital beds inside and operating tables, and it was a beautiful location. And on the other half, I went to a really run down like brewery with nothing inside, but the decor inside of it was beautiful, with including the graffiti and stuff. But it's got its own like way of like showing its like appreciation of the location, because you don't really know what you're going to find, and that's why exploring draws you in to like know what you're going to find or may not find. But it's a beautiful hobby of like what I've started, and I don't think I'm ever going to stop, because some of the places I've gone to are absolutely in pristine condition, absolutely run down, like farmhouse, car graveyards, leisure centres, you name it, I've explored it. But they've got their own personality in their own way of building, which gives it their kind of like stamp of like their location, of why it draws you in, kind of thing. This is the third question. When you're going to an abandoned place, to whom do you ask permission to explore, or do you just go directly to the place? Besides safe and Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you. In England, it's not a civil offence, it's civil trespassing, so you're allowed to do it unless you break into a building, like smash a window or whatever. But if the window is wide open or the door's wide open, it's civil trespassing, so you can kind of do it. But you can't do civil trespassing on MOD land, which is like Ministry of Defence, and you will certainly get killed or shot or whatever, but that's a joke. But you would certainly go to like a court and like get told like you shouldn't do that or whatever. But it's that kind of like excitement really, that you're doing something naughty but you can't get told off that much because it's a civil trespassing offence in Great Britain. What made you want to start exploring? That would be to the second question that I answered in this Q&A video. It's just like, it's amazing in its own way because you don't really know what you're going to find, but it's a beautiful hobby. Sometimes it's very dangerous, but in the other half it's something like you're not going to see that often, because when you're walking past a building and you think, oh, it's very run down, what would be the art deco or decor inside the location? Some of the buildings will be having like TVs and electric and power still on, which would be like amazing, but sometimes it's a very like dampy area and there's not a lot to see. But I'm like 50-50. I love the locations that are like in pristine condition, and then going full or going backwards to that is like to like the really bad decay of like the building, like with like smashed windows and windows falling off and there's no roof like on the building. I like both of that side because I'm not picky. If someone says to me, oh, we're going to a marvellous mansion with everything left inside, I jump to the chance. And if someone says, oh, we're going to this like really run down place, I jump to the chance of that, because you don't really know what you're going to find in both locations. So I normally go to any location that's abandoned because it's something that you're not going to see that often, because some people might think, oh, that's really like bad of like going inside someone's house. But on the other half, it's something that you're not going to see, and some of the places I go to are absolutely marvellous. But yeah, that's why I started exploring. Another question, what is your favourite type of building to visit? Awesome content, keep it coming. Thank you very much. The building I love to explore are like farm buildings or houses, because you don't really know what you're going to find. Sometimes you go into a building and it's completely empty, just like wallpaper and nothing inside, like settees or beds or whatever. And on the other half, you might come across like a farmhouse with everything inside of it, which is absolutely like beautiful. But that's my type of like building to explore or visit, because you don't really know what you're going to find. But sometimes I do like a very run down like barn or sheds or warehouses, because there's something like creepy about it, because you don't really know what you're going to find, as I said in like the last couple of questions. But it's something like does your interest kind of thing. You're going to go like, oh, what are you going to find in that barn? It could be like a like very vintage like blue vintage car or something, or it could be like something absolutely completely different, like you could find a dead body, for example, but you might not. But it's something that does your interest kind of thing, because you don't really know what you're going to find. What was the best place have you ever explored, and would you ever film with me? Yes, I would film with you, but I don't know what we're going to do with this like pandemic still going on. But what is the best place you've ever explored? I've only explored, I keep looking up there because there's a beautiful picture of me walking inside this beautiful fun house. That is like the best location I've ever gone to, like on like a kiddies apparatus side of it, because you don't really know what was inside until I noticed the back door wide open. But that was the best place I've ever explored, was the Rainbow Funhouse, and that is a beautiful location, I'd say. So another question, what is the furthest you've ever or would travel to do Urbex in? The furthest or I would go, I'd love to go to America because I've got some marvellous locations over there to explore, but the furthest I've ever gone Urbex in is going to West Germany and Czechoslovakia. It's a beautiful locations out there, and some of the places I've gone to, like doctors' houses, spa resorts, sanatoriums, tunnel systems, what else? Concentration camps, work camps. some amazing locations out there, but yeah, I'd say West Germany, Germany itself, and Czechoslovakia. But I'd love to explore all over the world, but yeah, it's money, isn't it, going down to that area. Hey Maren, how are you doing? I'm doing alright, thank you. How are you doing? Why didn't you come to my party? Because Lily wasn't involved. Can we go exploring? Of course we can. What places do you look forward to exploring next? As I said before, I'm not picky. I love to explore a barn, a house, a mansion, a hospital, anything really which is abandoned. But I love to explore anything and everything which is abandoned, because I'm not that kind of person who picks really. What places do you look forward to and explore next? As I said, I'm not a really picky person. I love to explore mansions, hospitals, houses, barn, warehouses, anything that's abandoned really, because I'm not that kind of person who picks and chooses. If I've got like a place which is like a mansion, I like to go to it, but I'm not really that picky on locations kind of thing. So sorry about that. The light was going a bit funny in my bedroom with the daylight, but let's get down to the questions. Do you like ghost hunting? If so, why don't you do it? I like watching ghost hunting videos like Exploring with Josh and like Ghost Adventures, but I'm not that kind of person who wants to go deep down into my YouTube channel that does like ghost like things or whatever. I would do it for like a theme video for like Halloween for example or whatever, but I won't dedicate my channel to like ghost hunting and also urban exploring together, because I don't really feel that every building which I go to is haunted, if you know what I mean. Because quite a lot of people say to me, oh, all these buildings must be very haunted, and I go to myself, well, when I go to them, I don't feel anything bad has happened into it. It feels creepy because it's been left empty for a very long time, but I don't say, oh, for example, that mental asylum must be haunted because of all the bad energy. Well, truly yes, but I don't feel anything that has gone on inside there which is truly like horrifying or really bad, because I don't like feel anything like atmosphere or whatever. If something like flew out the corner of my eye of like a massive big table or whatever, and I was on my own and there's nobody inside the like location and I was inside with myself and it happened, I would definitely say yes, it's haunted, but I wouldn't say like there's an abandoned house near me and I sometimes go inside of it. I wouldn't say, oh, it's haunted because everything gets moved or whatever. Maybe it is, but when I'm inside, I don't feel anything really dramatic's going to happen or something. I just go there to take pictures and enjoy like the decay starting to come through. But I wouldn't say every abandoned building in the world is haunted. Like with people with all these like YouTube channels, they go to places and they say, oh, haunted cafe, oh, haunted tunnels. How do you know it's haunted unless you've had paranormal activity inside of them? If you don't have anything inside these locations, for example, I went to this mansion very years ago, I found the history of it and it was rumoured to be haunted, but when I was inside of it, I didn't feel anything inside that was haunted. Like, I didn't see anything out the corner of my eye moving, I didn't see any stones throwing, I didn't hear any noises, so I wouldn't class that as haunting or a haunted location. I just call it abandoned. So yeah, I've stopped jabbering on about this comment because I could talk about it for a very long time, but I say a location is not going to be haunted / abandoned. I would just say, if it's rumoured to be haunted, go to it. If you can't find any paranormal activity, then I wouldn't class it as haunted, I'll just class it as abandoned. So yeah, I would not say it's totally haunted / abandoned. I just say it's completely abandoned and that's it. So I've got another question. If you could pick a gender, what would you be and what would you call yourself? I would be a woman gender, and my name for the woman side of it, I would say for the name it would be Louise, I'd say, because I think I pull off a good woman myself anyway, but yeah. But yeah, thank you very much. Another question from the same person. Why don't you explore with your friends? I do, but when I'm filming my videos, some of my people don't like being on film because they don't like being in pictures or videos or whatever, and I presume I give them that respect. If I film them by accident, I go home, as I normally do, and edit the video, and then I'll edit the part where I see my friend in the video or whoever is in my video and cut it out. So I would have respect for the person and their personal needs or whatever. If they don't want to be filmed, I don't film them, and I normally ask people. So it's better to ask people than just shoving a camera in their face or whatever. But if I don't say to them, oh, I'm going to film you or not going to film you, I just normally just film my whole explore while taking pictures, and then if I capture them on video when I'm editing the video, I normally cut out that few seconds of them not being in the video, so it looks like I'm exploring on my own, but I'm also with other people, so I'm safe on the other hand, but sometimes it looks like I'm on my own, and I want to make it feel like I'm on my own and doing a third person view, like you're watching me explore at the same time of you feeling that you're with me, kind of thing. So that's what I'm trying to like make with my videos, and I also put history in my videos as well, which I've started doing now. But it's a beautiful hobby, but sometimes it's very dangerous, so I go with my friends, or sometimes if it's a location that's not very far, I tell people where I'm going, and I tell them to like come and collect me at a certain time, for example, or whatever. But yeah, I do explore with people, but I mainly cut them out of my videos because for personal reasons, or for maybe they don't want to be filmed or whatever. So that's the answer of my question. How long have you been exploring? I've been exploring for about 5 years. Is it 5 or 4? Must be one of those. Must be for 4 or 5 years. But some of the places I've gone to, like when I started exploring this abandoned house, and then after that I explored a mental asylum. So I went up a very like steep part of exploring, if you know what I mean. Like you jump to a small little like house, and then after that you go to a mental asylum. And I'm going to myself, not many people go to a mental asylum in their first like couple of months of exploring and getting and film and do a video or whatever. So I feel quite lucky, and it feels like I've been exploring for like more than 5 or 6 or 4 years. I feel like I've been exploring for about nearly 10 years. By all the amount of buildings I've gone to, it feels like I've gone more than what I have. So I feel lucky to like go to all these places with people, and I meet people and explore with them, and maybe lose friends and whatever, but that's another story. But yeah, forget about them and whatever. But going to like these places for only about 4 or 5 years is like absolutely amazing. What has been your most scariest experience? My scariest experience is going to this massive university, I think it was, or school, one of the two, and we got chased by homeless people down about 5 blocks of stairs, and we needed to go through a very small gap of the window, and we got chased all the way back to the car, which was quite interesting. But yeah, I'll be leaving a video to that location in the description down below if you want to check it out after you watch this video. but it was a very like creepy video, I'd say, because I didn't stop recording. So it's one of those locations that I kind of regretted not taking pictures, but I've got a whole visual of when we entered the building until we got chased. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. What has been your most fun, interesting video that you've ever proud to be put out? I don't know really, but I filmed about 488 videos on my YouTube channel, but the best one I have ever like published, I said the best ones I've ever like recorded and I'm proud of, there's about 37 videos which I'm proud of uploading, which are my Germany videos, because they're like one in a lifetime that you're going to visit these locations, because some of them might have been demolished now and some of them have got tight security, but it's those locations that stick with you even with the videos that I've uploaded, which I'm quite proud of. So I believe in a link to the playlist of that location and other locations down below in the description if you want to check it out as well. But it's a beautiful hobby, and most proud moment must be one of the videos is Dr. Anna's house and operating tables. That location stuck with me for a very long time and still does. Walking through the front door and then you're upon this beautiful front room or living room with a grand black piano, and like downstairs with the operation tables and rooms or whatever, but one of the rooms was totally decked out in like operating like instruments, jars to put in like your intestines in or whatever, and a table or a chair that you can sit on. And I will also be posting pictures of that explore and me sitting in the chair on my Instagram if you want to check it out. I'll be leaving all my social media down below to my Facebook page, where I'm uploading photos to my page of my explores, and I'll be sticking history with them as well. But it's a beautiful proud moment of mine, of me going to Dr. Anna's like house and operating rooms. It was a beautiful explore and a very creepy location at the same time as well. Have you experienced something scary in any of these buildings you have explored? Yes, 2 occasions. One of them is the university or school, as I said in the last comment, and the other one is going to a mental asylum at 11 o'clock at night with somebody who I won't name, but we got to the location, done some creepy Ouija board stuff, and we contacted this kind of like weird spirit or whatever, I don't know, and thank you Seagull agrees, and we heard knocking under the floor, so we put our cameras down and there was nothing underneath the floor whatsoever making those tapping noises or scratching noises. So we thought to ourselves, something creepy is happening at this location, and it still sticks to me to this day that this location is rumoured to be haunted, and I believe it so, because when we stuck our cameras down we saw nothing underneath the floorboard making the scratching sounds, and the camera and the light shone the whole underneath of the floor, and there was nothing underneath there except like spiders or rubble or whatever. But it was a very creepy location, I'd say so. But yeah, that would stick to me for a very long time, and that would be that location. Would I ever do a random knockout video? No, I wouldn't, because I don't believe it's real. I downloaded it and I thought it was a waste of memory and battery life, so I used it a little bit, but I deleted it after. But I've got some pins that I used from the app, or the random app, but I'm not going to use it for a video because I don't think I'm going to go down that road of like investigating like weird happenings or whatever. Even with like ghost hunting, I don't go down that route as well. If I wanted to do it for a theme video, as I said before in a question, for like a Halloween thing, I would do it, but I'm not going to stick my neck out just to do a video that I don't believe it's real. So I'm going to stick to the exploring abandoned buildings because I'm more interested in the buildings than going around finding like dead bodies or getting chased by, I don't know, Doctor Who or Dalek, I don't know. But it's something that I'm not going to do. I might do it and film it, but I might not upload it if I don't think it's suitable or I don't think it's really necessary to do. But in the other hand, I won't do it because I don't feel it's suitable for my kind of like interests or whatever. People might think it's interesting to do, but I will stick to my own like interest to do a video kind of thing. So that is my answer to that question. What is the most embarrassing moment while filming? I'm very notorious to burp, fart, and sometimes have interruptions like seagulls like that. So I normally cut that part out of the video and then I normally refilm it again and then it's all better. But sometimes I just normally leave it in or whatever. But yeah, they're the most embarrassing things. Or sometimes my mother normally comes in and gives me a cup of tea when I'm filming, or something else happens, I don't really know, but sometimes it's embarrassing. Do you like making YouTube videos? I love making YouTube videos. Sometimes it's very tiring because of the editing part. The filming part is quite easy because you just sit down in front of the camera, press record, and then you start jabbering on about loads of rubbish. But it's the editing part that really drains you because you don't really know what you want to have in your video and edit. But sometimes I just normally, with my exploring videos, I just film the whole explore, take pictures, and then I normally do little like slideshow pictures or whatever for the history part, and then I normally do an intro and outro at the end of my videos or at the end of my explore, talking about the location and finished with exploring, and then I'll move to the next location. So it's a very easy video to like edit. With like these videos which I'm doing now and like theme videos like Christmas and Halloween take the longest to edit because I normally do quite a lot of mistakes or whatever in my videos, so I have a lot of time to like edit them out, and they're the times that really like tire me of like editing. Sometimes I go, oh, this is really boring. Sometimes it takes me about nearly 5 hours to edit a video, which this video might take me about nearly 2 or 3 hours to edit, and that is like a very long time for me to edit a video. Sometimes people say, oh, the longer you edit your video, the better it will come out. Yes, that is true, but sometimes I may want to upload it in a couple of days time, so I don't want to really sit on the video and edit it for a lot. So I normally film as much as I can and edit as little as possible. Sometimes it comes out crap, sometimes it comes out good, but I love the filming part, but the editing part I absolutely hate. So if anybody wants to edit my videos for me, come down and I'll pay you in biscuits or whatever, and you can edit my videos for me. Thanks. But yes, that's why I hate the editing part of the video, of me editing my videos, but I love the filming of it or whatever. But yeah, do I enjoy exploring? Yes, I wouldn't be exploring over about 400 locations if I didn't enjoy it. How many hats do you have and where do you get them from? This is one of another hat. This is a hat that I got about a year ago or 2 years ago, and I won't take my hat off because I've got hat hair. But this is a hat that I'll be filming when I'm doing like sit down videos or whatever. And I've got another hat behind the camera which I will show you, and that is my exploring hat. It's very like run down and very like, it's got holes in the hat, so that's how bad it is. So that's my exploring hat, because if I go through brambles, I don't care that it's got, I don't know, mud on it, for example, or whatever. So it's something that I use for really going out and about and exploring, really. This one is for going to, like, I don't know, outside then. Sorry, the camera died because I had no more battery life in my camera, so I put a new battery in it. To the answer of your question, I've got two hats, and one of them is for exploring and the other one is for like daily use or whatever when I'm going outside, which I don't normally wear when I'm going exploring. I normally use it to like meeting friends, for example, or whatever. And if I know I'm going exploring, I normally swap my hat for my really like hat which I've been using for about 5 years or so. So that's the hat which I normally use in my exploring videos, and I'm doing this hat when I'm doing like sit down videos like now. So yeah, that's the answer to your question. Question for your next QaA video: what is your favourite movie? My favourite movie of all time has to be Hocus Pocus. I've been asked this question so many times in other QaA videos, and it's always Hocus Pocus or something else, but Hocus Pocus will be my one film that I will go back to all the time, even if it's not Halloween. Sometimes I watch it in Christmas, sometimes I watch it all the time in Halloween season, sometimes I watch it when I'm bored, because it's absolutely amazing to watch, and some people absolutely love it in America, of the Hocus Pocus film, because it's my 1-2 film to watch any time of the year. So yeah, I'm quite sad really, but I love the film. What is the most scariest thing you've ever encountered that you would do differently if you could do it again? The question or answer to that would be down to the other question that I answered, which would be the university or school. I would explore that in daytime, so it wouldn't be too scary, because we explored it at night time, about 9 o'clock at night, and it was pitch black. I've never seen a building so dark in my life, and it was so creepy because one part of the building was active and the other part was abandoned, and I thought, this is so creepy because you don't really know what you're going to find. So I would go back to that location and refilm and take pictures and hopefully don't encounter the homeless people, but sadly the location has been demolished now. But that would be the one location or place I'd go back to and do differently than I did before. So from Urban Rot, what is the most strangest and weirdest thing you've ever found on Explore? Well, there's 3 strangest things. I've encountered 2 homeless people, one of them at an abandoned bank, one of them at a university that I got chased from. But the scariest thing, I thought it was actually a real dead body. I believe in that Explore in the link down below in the description, but it was a really strange Explore, and I will also post a picture here now. I thought I found a dead body in an abandoned building, and I thought it had like a Rick and Mortis, where like the sticks there, and it was so strange. If the location is still there, I'd take you to the location and hopefully you will see the dead body sitting on the floor like that or whatever. But it was a very strange location, because I climbed over all this like junk and stuff and cars or lorries or gates or whatever, and I saw a massive big hole in the like gate or whatever. And I thought, oh, there's another part of the building. And I've got my hands and knees and I pushed my bag through my camera, and I looked around and I saw some feet and a leg. And I thought, no, it can't be a homeless person, can it? And it was just like sitting there or laying down on the floor. And I thought, no, and I called the people who I was exploring with. I think I found a dead body. I don't really know what to do or film it. So they come along and they went through and they said, oh, it's not a dead body, it's a mannequin. And I thought, oh my god, that is the most scariest thing I've ever come across a life-size mannequin just laying on the floor like that. And I thought, that is creepy, and I've never come across anything like that on a Explore since, except that time, and that was like creepy as anything. But if we go there, I shouldn't have said to you where it was, or maybe I should say to you, are we going to this location or that location, and take you to the location that has the rumoured dead body in it. But it would be a very strange location to film and have your reaction to film it. But yeah, that would be a location for me to take you, because it's got other locations around it which we can go and explore. So yeah, let's go. Last question of the video, Angel has asked me what got you into Urbex, and this is going to be another like question that people have asked me in this video. What got me into Urbexing? It's just the thrill really of exploring like places that you're not going to see that often, and jump to the chance of like exploring like mansions and houses and warehouses and stuff, as I said before. But that is the answer to your question, is just having a enjoyable time, and you get a thrill out of exploring it, of like what building you explored, like houses as I said before, and warehouses. But it's a beautiful hobby, and sometimes very dangerous, as I said before. But that is the end of the Q&A video. If you want to be featured in a next Q&A video, which I'll be doing sometime soon in the next 5 months or so or whatever, if you want to be featured in that Q&A video with any other different questions you want to ask me, comment down below, and I will use the questions that you want to ask me in a next Q&A video. And I will also put on my Instagram post when I'm filming again for another Q&A video, and you can ask me whatever you like, to like funny, random, strange questions or whatever you want me to answer. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I've got a lot of editing to do for this video, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video as much as I liked filming it and not editing it, that is. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the video soon. Over and out. Bye. Hello people, and thank you for watching my video. And if you'd like to turn the bell on for notifications so you won't need to miss any videos which I upload, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and also don't forget to follow me on my social medias. The links will be in the description down below. You can follow me on my Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and also thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you in another video. Over and out. Bye!